The Nuclear Elk lose again, this time at the hands of Central Michigan. You can say that went poorly. But it doesn't get any easier this week. We're playing Bama. But that is the whole point of this series. It's for the Nuclear Elk to become the best team in Alabama, and you cannot be the best unless you beat the best. That being said, we're probably not going to beat Alabama this year, but they are 0-2 with losses to Texas A&M and Virginia Tech, and they're still ranked 16th in the nation. So while I do expect to get blown out like we have the first 2 weeks, we're here to make a statement that eventually this state will be ours. The Nuclear Elk will run Alabama football. You heard it here, it's gonna happen. Taking a look at the depth chart, Alabama is absolutely loaded. They of course got Mac Jones, who has been absolutely phenomenal in real life, even though he has an incredible amount of weapons. At running back, Heisman candidate Najee Harris with his 84 speed, his 99 awareness, his 95 agility and acceleration, 92 break tackle rating. Najee is going to destroy us. Looking at their wide receivers, they have probably the most dangerous group in the country. 95 overall, Jalen Waddle, who is injured and won't be playing in this game, is a top 10 pick. Devontae Smith, who will probably win the Heisman in real life, is a top 10 pick. John Mechie would start anywhere else in the country. This wide receiver group is absolutely nasty, and last year they had Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs on the same team. Alex Leatherwood is a 98 overall left tackle, and they don't have anybody less than an 80 on this offensive line at all. Dylan Moses, another one of my favorite players on this Alabama team, is a 99 overall middle linebacker with 87 speed, 77 strength, 97 agility, and acceleration. He's picking off Jansen today, I'm already calling it. Looking at these cornerbacks, Patrick Surtain, Josh Jobe, Ronald Williams, Jalen Armour Davis, and Marcus Banks. Any one of these corners is 3 times as good as any corner on the Elk. An underrated player, in my opinion, is strong safety Jordan Battle. I think he's going to be eventually a top 10 pick in the NFL. I can't say I blame Kirk for choosing Bama this week. The Elk have little to no chance in this game, but if we can just play turnover-free football and just try to keep the ball on the ground, try to just, punt on 4th down, and just don't lose by 40, I'll be happy. I'm not saying it needs to be close, because it's not going to be close. Just make it respectable, damn it. Also, this meme was sent in by a fan of the channel. Yeah, Greg Jansen has not played well, admittedly, but he is a freshman, and I do have to remind you that it's mostly my fault because I suck at this game. That being said, we have changed the sliders a little bit. Reddit user Bradshaw16 sent me a link to Operation Sports Forums, and I'll put that link in the description of the sliders we're now using. Hopefully, it'll make the games a little more realistic. But with all of that being said, let's get into Alabama week, the first of many matchups between the best team in the country and the future best team in the country. Let's go. The first matchup of many. Limestone College versus Alabama. They don't know it yet, but we're their future rivals. Welcome back to Browns Ferry Field, as number 16 Alabama takes on Limestone College, in what a lot of people are assuming is going to be a massacre. Can we win our first coin toss of the season? We cannot. Limestone College hoping to keep it somewhat respectable today. Najee Harris takes it from the 1, another Alabama player we probably will not be able to stop. And he's still on his feet. Somebody make a tackle. It's going to be a long day, boys. I'm assuming the plan is to run the ball down our throat all day. Jones drops back. He finds Michi the third, who breaks a tackle, breaks another one. He's running down the sideline, and he gets pushed out of bounds by Dave McCarty. Not the start you're looking for. Alabama has weapons all over this offense. This is going to be a long day for the secondary. Let me see if I can switch the camera. Oh, no, that was a mistake. Somebody tackle him. Tackle Najee Harris. And he's pushed out of bounds again. Remind me not to switch the camera view next time. That does not work well. They give the ball to Harris, who surprisingly gets tackled after only a 3-yard gain. Holding him to 3 here would be gigantic. Jones drops back, he looks, and he overthrows his receiver. Hey, I'll take it. Jones rolls out to his right, he throws and misses his receiver again. And the Elk are going to hold Alabama to a field goal attempt. Let's go, boys. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Alabama takes a 3-0 lead, but I'd count that as a victory for the Elk. He's got some room. Jansen's got a lot of room. He makes another man miss. Jansen with a huge run to start the game, 44 yards. Let's go, big fella. What a play by Gabe Jansen, and the Elk are off and moving. The Elk come up to the line on 1st and 10. Hand the ball off to Spurlock, who gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. No, he gets a yard. Play action. Jansen breaks a tackle. Better than a sack. Back, he looks. It's caught by Gooden, who is an inch short, 4th and inches. I think we got to go for this. Let's hand it off to Morgan Francis. Francis takes a handoff. He gets more than a few yards. Francis picks up 7 and a first down for the Elk. The Elk having some success here moving the ball against Alabama. Nobody expected this. Gonna keep it on the ground. Spurlock takes it up the middle. Gets 7 more yards. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Jansen looks, he throws, touchdown Elk! Abdul Rashard with the 6-yard touchdown. And is this an upset alert for Alabama? They're already 0-2 on the season, and the Elk have taken a lead here early in the first quarter. What a drive by the Elk. The Nuclear Elk come back onto the field with a lead. Can't say I saw that one coming. Mac Jones drops back, he looks, he hits Devontae Smith, who completely blows by an Elk tackler and gets finally brought down. Play action. And Mac Jones just throws it out of bounds. Okay, bud. 2nd and 10, and Alabama goes 5 wide. Jones throws to his left and is off target again. Mac Jones not playing well today. 3rd and 10, the Elk looking to get off the field. Shotgun snap to Jones. It's a screen. Najee's got it, and he gets tackled. And it looks like Alabama's going to have to settle for yet another field goal. The snap is good. The kick is up. And Alabama misses the kick. What is happening? What is going on? The Elk keep their lead and take over. Wow. The Elk find themselves in a position that they have not found themselves in all season. A lead at home against Alabama. The handoff to Pollard. Ralph Pollard in on this drive. See if we can use his 90 speed to our advantage. Pollard scoots his way for 5 yards, 3rd and 5. And one thing we don't want to do is give the ball right back to Alabama. We want to stay on the field as long as we can. Jansen drops back. He's looking for someone to throw. No one's open, and he is sacked. An 11-yard loss on the play, and the Elk, unfortunately, are going to have to punt. Alabama comes out, down by 4. Handoff to Najee Harris, who cuts back. He's got some room, and Najee Harris is off, and oh, what a tackle by Salsa. Brings him down from behind. Probably going to give it right back to Najee. They do. Najee runs right. He's got the first down. 80 rush yards for Bama so far. Let's bring heat again. They're just going to keep running the ball. Oh, but this time Jones drops back. He hits Mechie over the middle. And because we brought that heat, We were not prepared for the slants. And Alabama's unfortunately on the board with a touchdown. And with that play, that'll end the first quarter. And surprisingly, the Nuclear Elk are only down 3 to Alabama, who, even though they're 0-2, have some of the best players in the country. And the Elk are shocking the world right now. Jansen keeps it again, and this time is completely demolished in the backfield. A loss of 3 on the play. Labrion Ray. The Elk find themselves in a 3rd and very long. Historically, and by historically I mean the last 2 games, we have not been good at this. But Jansen looks over the middle. He finds Melvin Smith. And if there's been one receiver that's come through for us all year, it's Melvin Smith. That was a huge first down. Let's try and keep this momentum going. Hand off to Pollard, who gets 4 on the play. Big 3rd down from about midfield. Jansen drops back. He looks and throws off his back foot and cannot make the throw. Gotta set your feet, Gabe. Come on, Gaby, baby. Coach wants to go for it. I'm liking the guts. Big play here for the Elk. Melvin Smith is wide open over the middle.
Nice.
The intestinal fortitude to call that play there really paid off. We're going to give it right back to Theodore Spurlock, who gets a 2-yard gain on the play. Jansen drops back. Still looking. Hits Gooden on the sideline. 6 yards and a 3rd and 2 coming up for the Elk. Gabe Jansen 6 for 8 for 75 and a touchdown. Best stat line of his life. Spurlock gets met in the backfield. We lose a yard. It's now 4th and 3. I think we got to tie this one up. The kick is up and it's good, and we are tied, ladies and gentlemen, with Alabama. What is happening? And another upset brewing as SMU has a 7-point lead over number 4 Texas A&M. What is happening? Jones rolls out to his right. He's going to run. He breaks Salas's tackle, and he's got some space, and he finally gets brought down. 21-yard gain for Mac Jones. Mac looks. He throws. He's got Tucker out to the left. Tucker breaks the tackle and gets 10 yards on the play. Mac gives the ball right back to Najee Harris, who gets tackled, but not before he gets the first down. Jones looks, and he throws a knuckleball to Tucker, who catches it. What was that? Under 2 minutes to go. Mac finds Jones Bell over the middle. Somebody needs to make a play. Jones almost picked off by Kelly Manning. We needed that one. We needed that one. Hand off to Sanders. We whiff in the backfield, and he blows up a tackle. 8-yard gains for Trey Sanders. Jones is going to take off. He gets brought down, but not before he gets a 9-yard rush. It's 1st and goal. We're going to call a timeout, see if we can get the ball back. Might sound a little brave coming from the Limestone College Nuclear Elk, but we've played well today. It's a screen. Harris has it, and touchdown, Crimson Tide. We will have some time left on the clock, however. Try to even it up. Gabe Jansen has 34 seconds, 2 timeouts, and a dream. Jansen drops 48 yards back, finds Spurlock. After all that, only a 3-yard gain. Clock is a ticking. Hurry up to the line, boys. Oh, we're taking way too much time. And just like last week against Central Michigan, we throw a pick right at the end of the half and give Alabama a chance to put more points on the board. Come on, boys. Jones throws a lobber to Tucker. You telling me the time didn't run out there? I would say home cooking, but we're at home, so that doesn't really make any sense. Alabama looks to take a 10-point lead into the half. Kick is up, and the kick is good. We unfortunately give Alabama 3 free points. That one's a killer. At the half, Alabama takes a 10-point lead. Hey, we're playing better than anyone thought we would. Let's get the second half underway. We're only down by 10. We can do this. Thought Henderson was going to break that tackle. Started with a handoff to Spurlock, who fights his way for 5 yards. Just no stupid turnovers. Don't turn the ball over. I think we honestly have a shot here. Alabama is not playing that well. Jansen looks. He finds Melvin Smith again over the middle. First down Elk. 2nd and 8. It's slant time. Hits Richard over the middle. Second catch of the day for the senior Abdul Richard. Abdul had that big drop last week in the red zone against Central Michigan. I'm glad to see him having a better game. Jansen throws the wheel route, and it's dropped by Spurlock. Good defense. We're going to go back to the read option. And Jansen breaks a tackle. Where's the face mask? That was clearly a face mask, ref. First till it hurts. Jansen is off target, and the Elk are going to have to punt. I expect nothing but Najee Harris for the entire second half. Jones actually drops back to pass. He's got all day in the pocket, and he throws it out of bounds. I'm honestly pretty proud of how we played so far. I know we can't stop the run game, but we haven't been able to do that all year. To only be down 10 at this point, it's a moral victory. Jones throws it out of bounds again. Let's go. Can the Elk get off the field? Jones looks out to his left. Alabama's going to have to punt. Jansen gives it to Pollard, who breaks 2 tackles and gets 4 yards on the play. The Elk facing another 3rd and long. We need to convert on this one, though. Jansen's going to get hit as he's thrown.
Oh, what a loser!
And the Elk are going to be forced to punt yet again. The Elk have not taken any advantage of their opportunities so far. Alabama letting us stay in this game. And Jones gets brought down by Salsa. Let's go, big fella. 2 tackles for loss, a sack on the game. I love the big guy. That brings up a 2nd and very long for the Crimson Tide. They look to throw, and it's almost picked off again. One of these days, we're going to get one of those interceptions. Probably not today, though. And Alabama is going to be forced to punt the ball again. Limestone College playing their best game of the year, definitely on defense. The offense needs to make something happen. Play action. Jansen looks to throw deep, and it's picked off by Joby, who is running towards his own end zone. What are you doing? And that's going to be a safety. What was Josh Joby thinking there? And why is he celebrating? He just picked off the ball and then continued to run into his own end zone, giving Limestone College 2 points and the ball. That's got to be a bug. That safety made this a 1-possession game. Can the Elk capitalize? I don't think so. Jansen throws a slant, and for the 3rd time today, hits Abdul Richard for about 8 yards. We ran that slant to perfection. 3rd and short, handoff to Pollard, who gets the first down and a little more. Every time we get to midfield, it seems like we stall out. We have to keep this going. Handoff to Pollard. He breaks a couple tackles and gets 9 yards on the play. Okay, Ralph. Jansen keeps it, and this time he's got room to run. And he puts the ball on the ground. Alabama recovers. Oh, no. Gaby, baby. With that turnover, Alabama takes over around midfield. Right back to Najee Harris, who gains no yards on the play. And heading into the 4th quarter, it's a 1-possession game here at Browns Ferry Field. Unbelievable. The clutch skill has been activated. Great. We need it. Mac Jones looks to pass. He hits Tucker, who's wide open over the middle. Right back to Najee Harris, who's got room. He breaks a tackle. He's still going, and he trips and falls out of bounds. Thank the Lord. Najee Harris averaging 8.8 per carry. Yikes. If I was Bama, I'd just give it right back to him. But they don't. They look to pass. And the slant's open. Bolden's got it. He breaks a tackle, and he's brought down. This time they do give it to Harris, who's wide open up the middle. Touchdown, Bama. You hate to see it. Alabama capitalizes on the Gabe Jansen fumble, and the Elk come back on the field. Ralph Pollard's got room out to his left. Ralph gets about 8 or 9 on the play. Let's keep it on the ground with Ralph. Get the first down. And Ralph does get it. Gaby baby put the ball on the ground again. Unbelievable. And just like that, Alabama's on the 2-yard line. Maybe the 3. Right back to Najee Harris, who is going to be brought down short of the end zone. 2nd and goal. And this time Najee Harris scores once again. And this is slowly turning into a blowout. Well, after Gabe Jansen's 3rd turnover of the day, I think it's time to give Otis Pennington a shot. So we're going to bring in the backup quarterback for the next drive. Here comes Otis Pennington, who, yeah, he's a thick boy. Otis Pennington is THICCCC. And Ralph Pollard breaks a tackle, and he's still going. Run, Ralph, run. Ralph breaks another tackle. Oh, what a play by Ralph Pollard. 53 yards. And the Elk are moving. Ralph Pollard absolutely demolishing people on that run. Pennington looks to throw his first pass of the day. And he gets hit as he's thrown, almost picked off. We got to protect him better. I had a dog named Otis. He got run over by a mail truck. R.I.P. 2nd and 10. You know we're looking for that slant. And Otis hits McCoy. Lavelle McCoy with his first reception of the year. A couple Elk backups on the field right now. 3rd and 6. Pennington drops back. Still looks, and gets hit. Sacked for a 9-yard loss. You hate to see it. The Elk are going to stay on the field on 4th and 15. Why the hell not? Pennington throws it deep, and it's picked off.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And that is our 5th turnover of the day. Yikes. Alabama takes over after yet another turnover, and Najee Harris is still running all over the Elk. Oh, boy. You know, this game was going really well for like 3 quarters. We were in it. It was a 1-possession game, and then we just started turning the ball over. It's disappointing. Najee Harris brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Alabama just perfectly happy to kill the clock until they jump off sides. We're going to let Otis Pennington finish this game out. We might as well. We're down by $1 billion. Again. Hike the ball, Mac. And they're passing. Okay. Almost picked off. I believe that was by Good. That would have been good to see. Am I right? Anyways, Alabama is going to punt the ball. Limestone College will at least get one more offensive possession. Thick boy Otis Pennington trots out to give it one more shot. And he holds onto the ball way too long. Had Melvin Smith over the middle. Take a big sack. Well, this has been a forgettable second half for the Nuclear Elk. Had about 76 turnovers. 2nd and 18. Pennington throws and almost should have been picked off by DeMarco Halams. Hell if I know. 3rd and 18 for the Elk. Have some pride, boys. Pennington, quick throw to Richard. 16 yards, 4th and 2. Abdul having a day. Well, for Nuclear Elk standards. We are going to, of course, stay on the field on 4th down. Hand the ball off to Pollard, who gets the first down. Been a nice game for Pollard. He might get the start next week. Let me know in the comments, should I start Pollard or Theodore? We're going to let this clock just keep on ticking so we can get the hell out of this game. Pennington looks, he throws deep. He's got Fields wide open. Roman Fields to the 5, and he scores. Touchdown, Nuclear Elk. First touchdown of the year for Roman Fields. And what a dime by Otis Pennington. I did not expect that play at all. Hey, at least we ended with something positive, right? Pennington looks for the 2-point conversion, and he hits Graves. Wow. Nice sequence of events there for the Elk. And Texas A&M does end up losing to SMU. Yeah, it's onside kick time. Got to practice it anyway. The ball is picked up by Sanders, who breaks a tackle. Oh, no. He gets tackled. And that'll about do it, folks. Just go ahead and kneel the ball here, Bama. This game's over. Yeah, we're just going to give it to Najee Harris one more time, who picks up some garbage yards. And that'll do it, folks. A lot closer game than a lot of you imagined. I know I'm shocked. Got a lot to think about with Otis Pennington, Ralph Pollard. I do think Gabe Jansen will still get the call next week, but we might have to see Otis. Najee Harris with 18 carries, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. We have yet to stop a running back at all this season. That's the final here at Browns Ferry Field. Hey, this game was closer than I thought. I'm proud of the boys. Let's go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats on a game that was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Greg Jansen went 10 for 17 for 1 touchdown and 2 picks, although it was his 2 fumbles that ended up killing us in this game. Otis Pennington came in relief, threw a touchdown and a pick. I thought he looked all right. Ralph Pollard, the MVP of the day, 14 attempts for 100 yards, including that 53-yarder in garbage time. I think he's going to get the start next week. Abdul Rashard had 4 receptions for 39 yards and a touchdown. Melvin Smith had 3 for 40. Al Gooden had 2 for 15. Roman Fields had that 1 long catch for a touchdown at the end of the game. Defensively, Hakeem Good led us with 6 tackles, which usually is not a good sign when your cornerback is leading the team in tackles. Salsa had 2 tackles for loss, including a sack. No interceptions or fumbles caused by our defense today. We only had 3 less total yards than Alabama today. That is wild. We had more passing yards. We were close in rushing. We played really well, other than, of course, 5 turnovers to none for Alabama. That's where we lost the game, and that's what we got to work on. Again, we lead in time of possession like we have all year, and again, we lose a game. But I think this one was a lot closer than a lot of people thought it would be.
I'm too fly.
I'm too fly.
I'm too fly.
I'm too fly. Check the piece, check the ring. Next time you catch me, I might spread wings.
Fly.
I roll Han Solo, don't need nobody for helping. When I'm up in this bitch, I'm fly like Millennium Falcon. And bitches know they ain't welcome. All these rappers, I'll get them.